Hello and welcome to part 1 of my how to ride a unicycle tutorial. First thing you're going to need is a unicycle. So I'm going to talk to you about unicycles I recommend, what to get, what not to get, and hopefully this will help. Alright, so first off we have the Torker Unistar CX, I believe. Let me check. Yep, it is the CX. And some of the noticeable features about this one is the skinny tire. That's very helpful for beginning unicycling. Also, there is the seat. This is a bang-up seat. It doesn't really matter what happens to it. I didn't really care because they're cheap to replace and they're pretty easy. Also, one thing is the easy adjust gooseneck. Okay, this thing, all you have to do is you just pull it up like that, and then you can move the seat. But I can't do that right now because I have one hand. And also another thing is when I bought it, it was about $100, but it has a unicycle safety. So you can register your unicycle online, and then you give it a name, and then you put your number on it. So that's why that little sticker there. So if someone steals it or you lose it, they can look at that sticker, go onto the website on that sticker, enter that number, and you can get it back, hopefully, if they're not mean. So again, this is the Torker Unistar CX. They have a few different models, but I recommend this one for starting with. And a little later I'll talk about different types of unicycles, but this one's more of a commuter transport unicycle. That's why I bought it, for starting and learning, because you don't really need that much experience to do it. So yeah. And by the way, this is a 20-inch unicycle. So that is just the wheel size, and it all depends on your waist. When you order it, it'll tell you like what your inseam is, and then you can decide. But my dad has a pretty big inseam, and he's learning on this one, so I would recommend 20-inch to start with. And yeah. Alright, so now we're going to talk about MTB unicycles, or mountain bike unicycles. This one, I do not know the particular brand, but some noticeable features are the wide tire. This is really good for dirt riding because you don't sink in. And this is also a trials one, so that's pretty helpful. And also another thing is how thick this is. If you put some air in it, it really squishes, and you can bounce pretty high with it. And that is pretty good. Also, it has this lock-up gooseneck, so you tighten it with a bolt and it never comes off. Also, this is not a flat top unicycle, so these stick up and it doesn't hit your knees, which is pretty nice. Another thing is the seat. It is really squishy and really comfortable, okay? Now, I may sound weird saying that, but believe me, you would like it if you tried it. Because this, you could like sit on it all day and your butt wouldn't get sore. So that's just, I found this one on Amazon. I believe it was about $110. And it's just been a really great unicycle for me. I really like it, and I recommend it as a secondary unicycle if you want to do off-road riding. Yeah, so, and also this is a 20-inch wheel. This is my brother's unicycle. It is a 21-inch, so I'll compare it to the 20-inch unicycle. No, I actually think this is a 24-inch. So 24-inch wheel, it's pretty big, but yeah. And some things I don't really like about this is, first, the easy lever on the gooseneck. I don't like it because it's hard metal. It's not very finger friendly. I mean, I hurt myself clamping it down one time. Also, this is a flat top unicycle. So if you can see what I mean, this part where these two join, this sticks out. I hate that because it hits my knees constantly, so I had to wear knee pads on the inside, and that just messed me up. So this one is fun to ride since it's so big, but if you want to get one, make sure it's not a flat top. It'll say that probably in the description somewhere. But yeah, and if you look at the tire on this one, this is a commuter and unicycle. So it's pretty good for riding, but if you get it, I would recommend changing the seat, because this thing, it's like a rock. There's no cushion in it at all. It like, I just hate it. So I'm not giving very good reviews to this unicycle. It's made by Sun. I don't hate Sun. It's just I hate this unicycle because of all of its bad features that I said. Also, one thing is, this gooseneck, it won't go in that far. So if this is too high for you and you get one of these, you can't make this seat any shorter than it is. And I don't like that. I was researching the Sun unicycles a little while ago, and I found a Sun 24-inch just like this, except it wasn't a flat top, and the gooseneck piece was nicer. So I would say if you were to get one of these, a Sun brand, go with the one that's not a flat top, because they suck. But yeah, so the flat top, I've been reviewing it badly, but well, some people might like it, because if you go on YouTube and you search unicycle dance, there's this one girl that has a flat top unicycle. It comes in handy if you want to do wheel walking and stuff, because you set your foot on it and it holds it there, because it's not that skinny. But don't get a flat top if you're just riding, because like your knee comes down and goes bam, and you go and you cuss at it and you get mad, and then it just doesn't become fun. So again, make sure you don't get flat top unless you positively want it. Alright, so here's a comparison between the wheel sizes, and if I were to line these up, you could check out the seat heights. They're the same because I have this adjusted pretty far out because I'm pretty tall. But, I mean, they're pretty different. So, I would recommend getting 20-inch as a beginning. Then you could upgrade, or you could downgrade to like a 16-inch. Those are pretty small. I want one because, I mean, they just look fun. So, here's a comparison between 20 and 24-inch. And